Join me on a journey to embrace your Kavela life. Good morning, yogis. Thanks so much for joining me. My name is Rachel. So welcome to your Yin practice this morning. We're going to start standing and just move through some sun breaths, sun salutations, and just to get the body kind of moving this morning, and then make our way down onto our mat. And the rest of the class will be our Yin practice, holding the postures, maybe like 2 to 3 minutes, just slowing everything down. So coming to the top of your mat, let's bring the feet together. Begin to ground, roll the shoulders back. Turn the palms out to the sides. Just arriving on your mat. And closing the eyes if that feels comfortable for you, or keeping the eye gaze straight ahead. Begin to connect with the breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling out the nose. Building into a nice, deep, steady breath here. Start to draw that inhalation, taking in that fresh oxygen, opening and expanding the lungs. And then on the exhalation, slowly start to push out all that used air. Let's inhale, floating the arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale, slowly coming into our first forward fold. Bend the knees. Inhale, flat back, gaze forward. Maybe bring the fingertips to the ground or to the front. Onto the shins. Exhale, fold. Let the head drop. Inhale, roll through the spine. Float the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale. Exhale. Forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Roll through the spine. Reach to the sky. Start to press the hips forward, coming into a gentle back bend. Hands to heart. So just taking it nice and easy and gentle. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, gaze forward. Exhale, fold. Roll through the spine. Inhale, float the arms up. Lift and lengthen, ground through the feet. Align the arms with the ears. Press the hips forward. Hands to heart. Each time, try to go a little bit deeper. Find a little bit more space. Exhale, forward fold, adding on here. Exhale. Right leg steps back. Left leg coming into your high plank pose. So stacking the shoulders over the wrists. Start to engage the core, draw the belly button to the spine. And just breathe here. Push the ground away. Exhale, lower the knees, the chest, the chin. Inhale, coming onto the belly. Peel the chest, hug those elbows nice and close. Point the toes, waking up that lower spine. Exhale, press through the palms, tabletop, tucking the toes, coming into your first downward facing dog. Lift the hips to the sky. Let the chest drop. Take whatever movements you need here, maybe pedaling the heels. Bend the knees. Let that head hang. Let the jaw relax. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Spread the fingers nice and wide, shifting the weight towards that pointer finger and the thumb. And let's walk the feet. Coming to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Roll through the spine. Reach to the sky. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, press the hips forward. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale up. Exhale, repeating that. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Left foot steps back. Right foot coming into your high plank. Really breathe. Coming into that nice, deep, steady breath. Lowering the knees, the chest, the chin. Inhale, baby cobra. Peel the chest. Lift that heart up to the sky. Exhale, tabletop. Tuck the toes, down dog. 2 deep breaths here. Gaze past the knees. If the knees are caving in towards one another, start to spiral the thighs out. Drop the heels to the ground. Make your down dog feel like home. Feel good. Lift up onto the toes, walk the feet coming to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Roll through the spine. Reach to the sky. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, back bend. Hands to heart. Inhale. Exhale, coming into Utkatasana, chair pose. So sinking the hips down. Sitting into that imaginary chair. Shift the weight to the heels. Make sure you can see all 10 toes. Lift the chest, gaze up. Slight pelvic tilt. Unshrug the shoulders. Breathe. Nice deep breath. Breathe in nice and deep. Exhale. Dive it down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Walk the feet. Find your high plank. If you're ready, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Roll those shoulders back. Lift the heart to the sky. Roll through the feet. Downward facing dog. Breathe here. Try to find that deeper expression of your down dog. Let's walk the feet. Coming to the top of the mat, inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Roll through the spine. Reach to the sky. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, back bend. Hands to heart. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Do your check. Make sure for 10 toes. Then gaze up, unshrug the shoulders. Exhale, dive it down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Walk the feet. High plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. 2 breaths, adding on here. So breathe, find that stillness. Coming into your 3-legged dog. Right leg lifts to the sky. Keep the shoulders square, the hips square. Really elongate through that right leg. Straighten the knee, maybe point the toe. Let the chest drop lower. Let that left heel drop to the ground. Flex the right foot, float it down to meet the left, down dog. High plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Other leg, left leg to the sky. Keeping the hips square to the ground, shoulders square to the ground. Really elongate through that left leg. Drop that right heel, let the chest drop. So opening up the shoulders. Flex the left foot, float it down to meet that right foot, down dog. High plank. Engage the core, draw the belly button to the spine. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. 2 breaths. Walk the feet. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Roll through the spine. Reach to the sky. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, back bend. Go deeper here. Hands to heart. One more time, Utkatasana. Chair pose. Find that deeper expression here. Exhale, dive it down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Find your high plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, down dog. 2 breaths here, and then we'll add on So go deeper, find that space. Start to feel those hips opening up as your hamstrings start to lengthen here. Feel the shoulders opening up, the upper back. Right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Get the shoulders and hips square first, then start to bend that right knee, stacking it over the right hip. So opening up that right hip. Maybe flex that right foot. Breathe. Draw that right heel to the right glute. Knee to chest. Stepping through, low lunge. Drop the left knee. Sweep the arms. Exhale. Let the hips drop. Lift the heart to the sky. Relax the shoulders. Exhale, frame that right foot. Tuck the left toes, come back to your three-legged dog. Right leg up to the sky, press it, extend. Straighten that right knee, drop the left heel. Exhale, downward facing dog. High plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. 2 breaths. Go deeper. Left leg up to the sky. Get the hips, shoulders square to the ground first, then bend that left knee. Stacking the left hip over the right hip. Flex that left foot. Draw that left heel closer to the left glute. Drop the right heel to the ground. Knee to chest, step through. Low lunge. Ground the right knee. Sweep the arms up. Exhale. Heart to the sky. Start to feel that right hip flexor opening up here. Exhale, float the arms. Frame that left foot. Tuck the toes. Left leg up to the sky. Exhale, float it down, coming into your downward facing dog. Move through your vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, down dog. 2 deep breaths. And then slowly float the knees down to the ground. Coming in for our extended child's pose. Moving into our yin practice. Let the hips drop to the heels. Widen the arms, spread the fingers. Let the chest drop to the ground. Maybe forehead to the ground, stimulating that third eye. The eye of intuition. Widen the knees here if that feels good for you. And just breathe here. Take a moment to notice how you're feeling in the hips, in the shoulders, throughout the whole body. And slowly begin to round, coming into your tabletop. Make sure you get that alignment, stacking the hips over the knees, shoulders over the wrists. Focusing on the upper body first, coming into our melting heart. Begin to walk the palms out. Maintaining the hips over the knees. Just walk the hands out until you can't walk them out any further. Maintaining that hip stack. Slowly let the chest drop to the ground. Maybe bringing the forehead to the ground or keeping the eye gaze ahead. Slowly lowering towards the chin. So we're going to hold this pose 2 minutes. So take your time moving into your yin postures and coming out of them. Just be really mindful, never to rush. Really start to listen to the body here. So we're searching for that edge, that point of resistance, tension, maybe even a little discomfort, never pain. Find the edge, hold it, then allow the body to do and work its magic here. The body will slowly release, surrender, find space, opening up in those connective tissues. Use that breath. Keep lowering that chest, searching for that edge. Feel the upper back opening up, the shoulders, the armpits, the arms. Slowly release out of this posture, coming down onto the forearms, right into our Sphinx pose. So lowering down onto the belly. Take the legs mats width apart. Start to walk the forearms and stacking the shoulders over the elbows. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Coming into this gentle but extremely beneficial posture, Sphinx pose. Coming into the lower spine. So just settle in here first. Try to take any pressure out of the palms, the forearms. Relax the upper body. Begin to check in with the legs, the glutes. Make sure you're not tensing up, holding in the muscles. Really start to let go. Let the focus be on that lower back. Use the mind to shift the focus on that part of the body. So as you're moving through this practice, focus on the body parts that we are trying to open up. Try to find some space. So once you feel kind of settled in a little bit, you found that edge, start to puff the chest forward, lift through the crown. And just notice if the sensations in the body move or change. Maybe it gets more intense. And just breathe here. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling out the nose. Like to go deeper into that back opening. You can transition into seal here. If not, just stay right here in Sphinx pose. Coming to transition into seal, start to lift the elbows and forearms up. And then check in, make sure the shoulders aren't coming towards the ears. Make sure the jaw isn't all clenched. Check in with the legs, the glutes. Make sure you're not clenching, holding on. Just try to relax the body here. You may notice that the sensations move to the mid-back, traveled up. Begin to puff the chest out, lift through the crown. searching for that edge. And if you settle in and start to get comfortable, if that feels good, stay there, or try to go a little bit deeper. Let's slowly release, lowering down the chest. Taking the arms alongside the body. Let's turn the head to the right, resting on the left ear. Coming into a gentle neck stretch here. Let the shoulders fall to the ground. Let the entire body just relax. Melt into your mat. Come back to center. Let's turn the head to the opposite side, resting on the right ear. Let the shoulders fall to the ground. Let the body just totally relax. Stay with that nice, deep, steady breath. And then come back to center. Take the palms outside the chest, elbows to the sky. Tuck the toes. Slowly come back, nice and slow, into your extended child's pose. Relax the feet. Let the forehead touch. And notice if you feel any different than your first extended child's pose. So notice if you feel any changes yet, maybe in the upper back, the shoulders, the upper body. Maybe a little bit open. Slowly coming up to tabletop. I'm going to shift the focus to the lower body, the hips. Coming up into your downward facing dog. Lift the hips to the sky. Head down to the ground. Pedal the heels, bend the knees, move the hips. Let's take that right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Find the extension first, then bend the knee, stacking that right hip over the left hip. Begin to draw that right heel to the right glute. Draw the knee into the chest. Step through for low lunge. Coming into low lunge here. Make sure you stack that right knee over the right ankle. Begin to lower the hips down to the ground. So we're focusing on the hips, the hip flexor, the psoas muscle, the hamstrings, the glutes here. Mentally shift the focus to the lower body. Begin to take any weight out of the arms, the palms, the upper body. Let the entire upper body just go limp, including the head. Should start to feel some tension resistance, maybe in the back of that right thigh, coming into the right glute, front of the left, in that left hip flexor, the front of the left thigh. So that's right where you should feel it. Option here to stay here or to go into lizard pose. So I'm staying here. I feel enough resistance, enough tension. I just want to hold and breathe here. If you feel really good, really flexible, can definitely go into lizard pose if that's what you need this morning, today. Wherever you are, just breathe. Stay with that nice, deep, steady breath. Do not hold the breath. The breath is your friend in your practice. Try to relax through the face, the upper body, the jaw. So if you're in this low lunge or a lizard, start to make your way back to center. From low lunge, our next yin posture is a half split forward fold. So shifting the hips back, we're going to hold here, focusing on the right hamstring. So the back of that right leg. Start to fold over the right leg, letting the chest fall. Notice where the hips are. So right now, as I came into this, feeling very tight today. Did a lot of sitting. Maybe you did too. Maybe you feel tight. I hope you don't. But if you do, notice the right hip's probably forward. Start to draw that right hip back, the left hip forward. So imagine straight line from your right hip to your left hip. Begin to bring that line parallel with the front of your mat, squaring the hips. Slowly start to lower the chest. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling out the nose. Try to inch a little bit deeper here. So from here, come back to your low lunge. Just stretch out. And then slowly coming back, folding over that right leg. We're going to take it down onto the ground. So if you have sensitive knees, be really careful here. So the right leg is extended forward, the left knee is bent, that left calf is outside of the left thigh. So you're kind of resting on top of the left top of the foot. I'm going to just shift down. So if you can, start to make your way down onto the forearms. Right leg's extended, left knee is bent. Front of the left shin is resting on your mat. So if this is pretty intense here, seated, stay right here. If you can make your way down onto the forearms, great. And just notice how you feel. If this posture is not working for you, you can totally do the same thing, get the same benefits. Just roll onto the belly. Lie flat on your belly. Bend the left knee, bringing that left heel to the left glute. So right here, we're getting into the front of the left leg, the left quad. If you can come all the way down, start to lie on the back. So it'll get pretty intense. You'll feel that left quad stretching. Maybe bring the arms overhead, taking the hands to opposite elbows. And we're going to hold here, just breathe. Listen to your body. Take it slow, gentle. So this gets really intense. Breathe. Use that breath. We're going to start to release. So if you're on your back, slowly start to make your way back up onto the forearms. Start to walk back up onto the palms. Coming back up onto that left knee. Find your low lunge. Extend that left leg behind you. Bring the right leg up to the sky. Three-legged dog. Stretch it out. Exhale, float it down. Hold your down dog here, or move through your high plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Let's pedal the heels, bend the knees, then find stillness and notice how the lower body feels. So it probably feels like you need to do the other side to balance the body. Hopefully you're feeling good. Left leg up to the sky. Bend the knees, stack the hip. Flex the left foot, draw that left heel towards the left glute. Draw the knee into the chest. Stepping through for low lunge. Find your low lunge here. Stack the left knee this time over the left ankle. Mentally shift the focus to the lower body. Relax the upper body. Slide that right leg behind you. Holding here. Notice where you feel the sensations. Maybe that right hip flexor in here. Maybe underneath the left thigh. Maybe you feel really good here and you want to go for lizard. So take your practice wherever you want to go. That's the great thing about this yin practice. It's not a follow me practice. You make the practice your own. You do what your body needs. We want to feel good after our practice, right after the practice, and later in the day and the days to come. So all this is very beneficial to the body and mind. Make sure you're not pressing into those palms. Just take all the weight out of the arms. Let the head drop. Breathe. Go deeper. A lot of times I notice I'm starting to clench. I clench in my jaw. So try to release, relax the face, relax the jaw, the shoulders. Even though we're focusing on the upper body, a lot of times we tense up in we're focusing on the lower body, we start to tense the upper body. And it's the opposite when we're focusing on the upper body. Begin to tense in the lower body. So just be aware of that. And let's release. Shifting the hips back, coming into that runner stretch or half split. Gently ease into this forward fold, letting that chest drop to the left leg here. And then just do that little check-in with the hips. So this side, the left hip is forward because we have that left leg extended out. So physically, make that adjustment. Draw the left hip back, right hip forward. Squaring the hips to the top of your mat. Relax the upper body. Come into that forward fold and hold here. Flexing the left foot. Let the chest drop, maybe forehead to knee. It's okay if the back is rounding forward, if that feels good for you. Let's slowly release. Come back to the top of your mat. For a second here, just come back to low lunge. If you're in lizard, come back to your low lunge here. Then making our way down to the mat. Shift those hips back and come all the way down. So this time you can see my right knee is bent, left leg is extended. So I'm going to just slide towards the top of my mat. So again, if this is too intense in your knees, I definitely suggest taking the modification or the variation. Just flip onto your belly. Bend that right knee and bring that right heel to the glute. Same exact thing and less stressful on the knees. So we're stretching here the front of the right ankle, the right foot. Then as we start to make our way onto our forearms, try to keep the hips square. So take baby steps coming into this, easing into this beautiful quad stretch. So it's intense, but it feels really good. If you can make your way all the way down, take it slow. And settling in. We're going to hold here. Take the arms up overhead. Try to keep that right knee grounded, the hips grounded, the shoulders grounded, taking the hands to opposite elbows or the arms overhead. Left leg is extended flat on your mat. Right knee is bent. The shin is coming to the outside of that right thigh. Top of the right foot is flat on your mat. Just settle in here and breathe, holding here. So you definitely feel intense stretch at the front of the quad, maybe through the knee. That's all normal as long as you're not feeling any pain here. No pain. Tension, resistance, discomfort. That's okay, just breathe through it. Let it release. The deeper you breathe, the more benefits you'll gain here. Close the eyes, relax. Let go of that internal chatter in the mind. Quiet the mind. Notice the longer you hold the pose and find that stillness, the body starts to do its magic. Different sensations, movements within the body take place without you doing a thing, just holding and breathing. Slowly release out of this posture. If you're lying flat on your back, start to make your way back up onto the forearms first, taking it slow. Gradually make it back up onto the palms. From here, start to walk forward, coming back up onto that right knee. Finding your low lunge. Extend the right leg back, tucking the right toes. Just hold here, stretch it out. Find your three-legged dog, left leg to the sky. Stretch, hold. Float that left foot down to meet the right foot. Down dog. Holding here or flow through your high plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Lower the knees down to the ground. Exhale, coming in to your extended child's pose, nice and slow. Ease the hips to the heels. Widen the knees. Take the arms alongside the body, coming into child's pose. And slowly float up to seated. Bring the soles of the feet together. Coming into seated butterfly pose. So the closer your heels are to the center of your body, the more challenging it'll be. So if you want it less challenging, just walk the feet further away from you. So we're just going to sit here, let the knees drop to the ground. Grounding the sits bones. Sitting up nice and tall, crown to the sky. Take the hands to the ankles. Just let those knees drop. And hold here if this feels good for you, or start to come into a forward fold. Gently rounding through the spine. Engage the core, navel to spine. So come into this forward fold, taking it wherever feels good for you. If you want to start to walk, the hands out in front. Or keep the hands on the feet, that's fine. And slowly come back up, coming in for a dragonfly. So taking the legs out, coming into a straddle. Sitting up nice and tall, let's flex the feet, point the toes a couple of times here. Then when you're ready, coming into that forward fold, taking the palms center, start to walk the hands out, or taking the hands onto the legs, walking the hands towards the feet. So take it slow here. We're going to hold for a little bit. Search for that edge and hold. Listen to your body. Listen to your breath. Slowly release, start to walk the hands up. Come back to seated. Grounding the sits bones. Coming into a gentle lateral stretch. Inhale the left arm overhead. Slide that right palm down. The front of the right shin reaching towards that right flex foot. Start to open the chest to the sky. Inhale, pass through center, take it to the other side, floating the right arm up. Reaching towards the left toes. Open the chest to the sky. Inhale, come back through center. Let's take it over to the right side again. Just coming back for a second. Get right into it. Open the chest. Ground both sits bones. Inhale, back over to the left. Inhale, back up. Come back to center. Take the right leg to meet the left. Both legs extended out in front. Bending the knees, reaching forward. Round through that spine. Slowly start to roll down onto your back. Coming to lie on your mat. Hug the knees into the chest. Taking hands to opposite elbows, forehead to knees. Exhale, release the shoulders, the head. Extend the left leg out in front. Hold that right knee in towards the chest. Then take it across the body over to the left side onto the ground. Coming into a gentle twist here. Gazing over to that right arm extended out in T. take the left palm onto the right knee, gently pressing it down towards the ground. Feel that glute stretch, psoas stretch. Around the right shoulder. Come back through center. Hug that knee in, extend the right leg out. Left knee into the chest. And cross it over to the right side, slowly making its way towards the ground. Gaze over to that left palm. Try to keep the left shoulder pinned down to the ground. Exhale, release. Come back to center. Hug those knees in. And let's extend the legs up to the sky. Take the palms underneath the glutes, supporting the lower back. Slowly float the legs down. Let them hover a couple of inches off the ground. Inhale, float them up. Exhale, float them back down. Let them hover. Really extend through the legs. Inhale, float the legs up. Exhale, last time. Float the legs, let them hover here, using that core. Then slowly let them float down to the ground. Coming into Shavasana, our final yin posture. Widen the legs, mats width, open the arms out and T-palms to the sky. Settle into Shavasana. Close the eyes. Let the feet fall to the sides. Let the body melt into the mat. Find that stillness in the body and mind. Feel free to stay in your Shavasana as long as you'd like, gaining all the wonderful benefits it provides. If you'd like to join me in closing out your practice, begin to bring some movement into the fingertips, the toes, the hands, the feet. Inhaling the arms up overhead. Begin to bend the knees, rolling onto that right side, coming into a fetal position. Taking some nice deep breaths here. With the eyes closed, start to make your way back up to a comfortable seated position. Sitting up nice and tall, lengthening through the spine, crown to the sky. Roll the shoulders back. Closing out our practice with 3 cleansing breaths, inhaling through the nose and exhaling out the mouth. Big inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth. Inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank yourselves for starting your day in a positive and healthy way. As you move through your day, continue to make healthy, positive decisions for yourself. May there always be peace in your heart, peace in your words, and peace in your mind. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.